Yes. Watch how we are set the levels, watch how we are set the vibes right now. 21 minutes after. What a minute, girl. I wanna again. Whoa.
What a short dress.
I ask it. Make that minute, yeah. Oh.
Baby, short.
Hey, yo, DJ, pull that up again. Pull it. Alright. Boss, if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother.
Ready up again.
Come up on this blood clot every night and I can't come touch my thing.
Ready up again. Again. Touching off right now. Yes.
Woman, them fi know say your name.
Hey, so it's Fresh Radio Vibes, the original radio station, you know. So again. Yo, camera, set me up right. Set me up, blood. Yo, what up, sir?
Your legs them clean, so you dash ready tight.
So we sing again.
Your body is a Samuel is a Grammy that I never walk on the road in a granny from Royal like Empress Melody.
Boss, if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
Me a go carry home for me till me parents. You living on me heart and you're not parents. So stop your finger 2 times for me Empress. You know you're short just for the above your knee Empress.
You can't touch my thing. You can't touch my thing. Eh? I want to be part. You can't touch my thing. No, you can't touch my thing. No, you can't touch my thing. Yo, I'm gonna bust it out right now. Fresh Radio Vibes in another place. I wanna take no prisoner. What them say, independence?
Them a fi walk and ask about you.
Yes.
I wonder who much I dress them with your shit.
Yo, love and share.
Price place them with your shit.
So me go so
Them
then.
a fi walk and talk about you.
Yeah, them have to do it. Them have to do it.
I want a Empress look so right.
We're live right now. We're live. Only parting never our people.
Look, man, look how you're beautiful and pretty like a. You, man, I love the way you're looking at your dress. You, man, not just true, you don't know where you are.
Yes, sorry. Love and share coming in the building right now. Hey, yo, hold on. Yo, yeah, man. What them celebrate? Them a celebrate. What them a celebrate? What them a celebrate? What them a celebrate? Yeah. What them a celebrate? What am I celebrate?
Alright. Boss, if you touch my blood.
Yo, I know what am I celebrate?
Suck on the mother.
Yo, what am I celebrate?
Suck on the mother.
Eh?
Suck on the mother.
Cross, hungry, miserable.
Blood clot every night and I can't come touch my thing. Cause suck on the mother.
You can't touch my thing. You can't touch my thing. Yo, man, line it up right now, you know. Yo, you can't touch my thing. What I do? What I do, eh? What I do? Where what I do? Where what I do? Again. Fresh Radio Vibes. Yo, no, you can't touch my thing. I want to know.
Woman, them fi know say your name bigger road.
We're live, you know.
You know walk off naked a road.
Another mixed thing with them.
Clothes not outdated a road.
Only for things, yo, talk your name. Talk your talk.
The short skirt as I catch me eye. The blue dress neat but the red dress me like. The blue one short but the red dress style. Your legs them clean so you dash ready tight.
So me go to
your body is a Samuel is a Grammy that I never walk on the road in a granny from Royal like Empress Melody get the killer. Open the door to me house and me mama.
Make the boss it up. What up, say? What up, gun gala?
In me heart and you're not parent. So stop your finger 2 times for me Empress. Me know you're short just so they above your knee Empress.
Come again. Oh, what a minute. Oh, my God.
What a short dress.
I'm asking. Who a celebrate? Who celebrated? Yo, who them say I celebrate? How would them say I celebrate? Eh? My gosh. Hey.
Them a fi walk and talk about you.
Yeah.
Them a fi walk and ask about you.
Yeah.
I wonder who much I bless them with your shame. I say yeah, Christ bless them with your shame.
Some me go so then
them a fi walk and talk about you.
no for them a fi go walk and talk about you. Yeah man, we have to bust it up like this. We have to bust it up like this. Cause the hypocrisy is so real. So much hypocrisy, so much hypocrisy. What am I trying to mash up my thing? I can't mash up my thing, I own it. I can't mash up my thing.
Tonight, now your little charges and the moon is light. Truly, me have to get through to you tonight.
What a minute, yeah. Love and share, like and care. Talk your talk. The number is up on the screen right now. Let me drop the number up, yes? Girl, make me short dress. Short dress. What a short dress. What a short dress.
Them a fi walk and talk about your minute. Yes I. Them a fi walk and ask about you.
Hey, I'm a DJ.
Pussy, if you touch my blood clot here, we ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Everybody I go up on this blood clot every night and they can't come touch my thing. Go suck on the mother. Where's that? Let's go.
Cross, angry, miserable.
Welcome.
Yo, me say me nah back talk, me nah. Hey.
Left and right, just hold just a come. Left and right,
Where the soldiers them there right now? Read them up.
and them say here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I and I start recruit soldiers for Selassie I army.
Pussy, if you touch my blood clot here, we ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
Welcome the Savior.
Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother.
Why?
Everybody I go up on this blood clot every night. Touch my thing. Go suck on the mother.
Chronics left,
Right, just soldiers are come.
left and right.
Yo, what will I deal with? What will I deal with, eh? What will I deal with? Yeah, me wanna know what I deal with now. Yo, DJ, don't mess it up.
Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I and I start recruit soldiers for Selassie I army. Aye. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the
Yo,
Savior.
big up your whoreum just enter the building, you know what I mean?
You're not for axes who at the general issue in a warning. The people them a ball, so them play mediocre.
What is that? Half an hour more upon it, half an hour more.
Even from down, cause them life not easy boat. Even Bantan said it's not an easy road. Operation occupy the motherland, calling all soldiers to kind each other along. From creation, he writing a job plan, but Chronics can't do it alone. So I'm recruiting soldiers coming from near and far by choose. Executing Selassie I works and the Rastafari truth. And them say here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I'm gonna start recruit soldiers for Selassie I army. Aye. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta.
You know what I feel the heat right now. The place I burn up. Them say the sun close to the earth right now. What Trayvon? What? Yes.
Covered on stones and trees and scrolls.
Well, I them just enter the studio, you know. Never see where we work the studio like this before. No, people not even on my youth. They have come in the pit and come in the... Nobody can see more now.
Start recruiting soldiers coming from near and far.
Bring in all the soldiers, them.
Executing, Selassie I works and be Rastafari. Choose. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I and I start recruit soldiers for Selassie I army. Ay. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You know fi ask is who at the general issue in a warning. Ay. Left or right, the soldiers.
You know when you're multitasking.
Left, right, the soldiers are come. Ay. Could I never worry down, oh. Yeah. When we say left, right, the soldiers are coming. Left, right, the soldiers are coming. Left, right.
What the soldiers them? As we say, a lot of soldiers on the battlefield right now, you know.
Here comes trouble, my friend.
Here comes danger.
And here comes danger.
Yes.
Rastafari send me come.
Yes.
I say we sent by the Savior. Here comes trouble, my friend. Here comes danger. Whoa, whoa.
We're just starting out. Hold on. Pick up the educators over there in the UK.
And then say, here comes trouble. Here comes the danger. Here comes trouble.
Also, let us pick up all the massive in Canada right now.
So, Zeke, don't you know the anniversary coming up?
Wow, the
which
fire
anniversary you're talking about? The only anniversary I want to hear about is Fresh Radio Vibes anniversary and DJ Gadites. Me I talk about Ras Gadites. Of course, yes man. That's where you go to celebrate your anniversary, you see. So if you have anything to advertise, if you have anything at all that you need for the rest of the people to know that listening to radio, you just give it to Fresh Radio Vibes and Gadites and everything will be Irie. You hear me say, woman? Sequel, why you say Irie Bob Marley? Woman, stop it. Fresh Radio Vibes.
And what did we get in independence apart from a flag and an anthem? Not a fucking thing. So in 1692, when colonial government was set up, just remember this, they took over in 1665 and named the island Jamaica in 1691. Anyways, the government consisted of a governor, executive council, magistrates court, and the court of admiralty. These courts are what we call today as maritime courts, meaning they have nothing to do with law or common law. The governor was also known as the Lord of the Land, and he was also the commander for the Jamaican militia. The Jamaican militia today is what we know as JDF, the army. The army was and still being used as their personal bodyguards. Now you might say I'm wrong, but ask yourself this. When has a Jamaican soldier ever been deployed to fight a war against another country? Never. All they do is fight Jamaican people by keeping us in order. That's why I call it National Army. Go to part 2. Welcome back. By 1962, the black population became the superior majority, meaning that there was more black Africans more than any other racial group within the Caribbean at that time. So they know they couldn't continue with the same systems they had oppressing black people. So to appease black citizens...
Yeah, we're on here. We're doing this piece here that is talking about the independence. You know, they're celebrating independence today. And everywhere you turn on social media, you see that sort of celebration. But let's get into it. How we sound on the outside? Do we sound light and heavy, or do we sound round and beautiful? We don't know how it sounds on the outside, but we're keeping it real, trying to make everybody get that melophonic. Yes, man, we've been off for quite a while, like by 2 weeks. Yes, so we know that a lot of people in question, so we're just building up the momentum. We're going to go over to some of the brothers them and see how they're celebrating. As you know, before we even go much further into it, you know that there is several things that is developing on the ground. Yes, several things that is developing on the ground. You have, of course, the situation with Mr. Vegas. He has come out for the bloggers. It's like a blogger war going on right now, and you know, we want to just urge every one of the bloggers them out there to, you know, just stay focused and don't really run with the bag of knives, cause what upon today is the Sabbath day, so we're just keeping it holy and truly checking out one another. If you hear the fan in the background, it's because we are sweating like chicken over here. We're sweating like chicken. Chicken. I don't know how the rest of Maroon them surviving over the neck of the woods, but they must be sweating like chicken. Maybe it's the New World Order, we don't know. Somebody said that it's New World Order. Let me see if we can check in live at the gala event. We're not getting through on that gala event. On the love and share now. Come on, man. Let me see if we can go and play about this thing your phone. Not only get it.
Independence. Did Jamaica really become independent? No. And what did we get in independence apart from a flag and an anthem? Not a fucking thing. So in 1692, when colonial government was set up, just remember this, they took over in 1665 and named the island Jamaica in 1691. Anyways, the government consisted of a governor, executive council, magistrates court, and a court of admiralty. These courts are what we call today as maritime courts, meaning they have nothing to do with law or common law. The governor was also known as the Lord of the Land, and he was also the commander for the Jamaican militia. The Jamaican militia today is what we know as JDF, the army. The army was and still being used as their personal bodyguards. Now you might say I'm wrong, but ask yourself this. When has a Jamaican soldier ever been deployed to fight a war against another country? Never. All they do is fight Jamaican people by keeping us in order. That's why I call it a personal army. Go to part 2. Welcome back. By 1962, the black population became the superior majority, meaning that there was more black Africans more than any other racial group within the Caribbean at that time. So they know they couldn't continue with the same systems they had oppressing black people. So to appease black citizens and white colonists, the Crown decided to hand over some responsibility to the desegregated local parliament, basically letting some Negroes in. And that's all we got. Don't believe me? This is what the Independence Act of 1962 did not do for us, because I read the act. It did not relinquish the Queen's claim and dominion over the island. She still owns it. It did not return ownership and resources of the land back to the people. We don't own them. It did not restore indigenous rights or birthrights, inheritance. It did not recompensate the wealth that was stolen from the natives during slavery for over 400 years. It did not remove the Queen as head of state. She is still very much there. Remember the time when the government said that they want to remove the Queen and make Jamaica a republic? Find out in part 3. Hello. Like I was saying, the government does not have the authority to remove the Queen as head of state because they work for her. The Queen owns the island, so the governments are her employees. How can you take something legally from someone who already owns it? So don't believe all that shit. They only do it to get elected. Anyways, it did not rescind the Governor General as Lord of the Land. He still is. Also, he is still the commanding chief of the military. Like, remember that time when Bruce Golding wanted to send army into Tivoli? He had to ask for permission, and the governor has to issue a state of emergency in order for the army to go in. Bottom line, the government doesn't own the army. The army is still the Jamaican militia and is there for the chief governor to control. Anyways, it did not revoke the birth certificate bonds on the citizenry. We still bonded. I'll make a separate video about that. And it did not resolve the debts that was accrued upon the people. This so-called independent nation started off flat broke. No money, debt, broke. Go to part 3. So like I said, Jamaica started out flat broke. And because of this, the government of Jamaica and the Bank of Jamaica, which is owned by the Queen as well, this is in the Bank of Jamaica Act 1960, soon started to borrow large sums of money from predatory multinational lenders like the International Monetary Fund, you lot know as the IMF, the World Bank, and the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB. Those banks carry high interest rates and harsh penalty fees, one of them being known as the Structural Adjustment Policy. Keep that in mind. Here is an example of a structural adjustment policy. Jamaica has 3 million people currently living on the island, but only 6 post-service general hospitals. Portmore is the most popular parish on the island and they still don't have a hospital. You know why they don't have a hospital? Because of the structural adjustment policies. Because of this policy, when the IMF lends you money, they can tell you what they want you to spend it on. And they told us explicitly that we can't build no new schools or hospitals. Part 5. Welcome to part 5. This is part of the reason why Jamaica has not built a new school in over 20 years and a hospital in over 30 years. And the debt is why, which is the grip of poverty in Jamaica. Another negative impact that these policies have on Jamaica is to force the country to sell out its resources. We don't own the bauxite, nor the tourism, nor the airlines, or the airports, agriculture, utilities, or the highways. The 6th of this month will be 58 years since our independence, and these policies are still running our country. They dictate everything. From the value of the dollar to the rate of income tax, to what schools they open or what roads get fixed. Today, every half of a dollar that you pay in tax goes towards serving that debt. The other half goes to royalties and other bondholders. Bottom line, your tax doesn't finance Jamaica. The end result is a bankrupt country with a useless currency and a population working to serve a debt that we did not accumulate. And finally, take yourselves over to part 6. Hi, welcome to part 6. There is a group in Washington, D.C. called the Center Correspondent for Economy. They published a report in 2015, and in that report, they declared that Jamaica was the most indebted country in the world. That means that out of all 198 countries on Earth, we're the only ones who owe so much money relative to the size of our economy. Like, our debt exceeds the country's GDP, meaning that the debt cannot possibly be repaid because you weren't meant to repay it. You were only meant to have a group of people working to service the debt, not to pay it off. Meaning that Europe still has their fingers, toenails, earlobes, eyelashes, everything in that cute little country we call Jamaica. So please know this, I don't make these videos to offend anyone. I make them to educate and to let people understand that as black people, child, we still struggling, even in our own country. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we sound right there. We sound good right there. So we sound good right there. So yeah, we're talking about this celebration where what them say Grand Gala galang in the place where the third debted place on earth. Them said the amount of debt that this country owe. But why? We're just chatting with our brothers and sisters. Talk your talk, cause we have some other things which is burning. As you see what's going on now, the count has gone to almost 20 bodies now the emperor has found. We don't want to talk too much about it, but it is what it is. Make open the phone line quick. A long time we not touch base with some people out there and see what them are deal with. If them are celebrate this independence, cause you know independence. Happy independence, my brethren. How you doing?
Yeah, man. All is good.
Yeah, you eating curry goat and white rice or what? Cause we know so no kill a whole heap of goat today.
Curry chicken today.
On a curry chicken, Jesus peace. Willie, you know, some would do a small overseeing as to what go on, cause the thing get polluted. You have a minute? Can spare?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Willie, independence, them are celebrated today. Grand Gala, and them say 300 drone will be put up, Willie. What you think I go on? You think it's an escape?
Come again. Give me that again, time. I'm never in the loop. Come again. No, I don't want to drink this.
300 drone is going to be at the Grand Gala. I think it started now. We'll soon bring some live coverage.
What is the purpose of the drone?
They said that is to watch the crowd and see what them are dealing with.
What are they brown? No, Sam. That no look right. That no make no sense to me. Something in a something. Them a warm them up to something. That I find that highly suspicious. I think them probably are trying to make we get used to the idea of being surveilled with drone. No, sir. What you need 300 drone for? If you even say one that may be performing a particular task, yes. But with 300 drone, I don't trust that, brother. What you think about it? Me not trust that.
Well, the argument is that the Chinese them take over the place totally now. You know who giving these 300 drones?
Aye.
Yeah, so it out there, really. 300 drones. I don't know. But you're not celebrating the 60th, because I get something from you where you said that you're not buying into the lie.
then my brother, today me had one little class and the word emancipation come up. And the whole idea of emancipation is that you're free from all legal obligation. And the man said, are you really free? Don't you have a birth certificate? Don't you have a driver's license? Don't you have a license with your marriage and all those things? Are you free? You're supposed to be so free when you're emancipated that there is no legal obligation. Yes, right? That is emancipation.
Yeah.
We still under the Queen still control the land of Jamaica. Is that freedom? As the I think the video I'm saying that girl, oh my gosh, she put it so well. You should play that on your YouTube channel.
I just played it a while ago because a lot of the Jamaicans, people who are walking around with the Jamaica bird paper today, they are feeling thrilled to be a subject, a slave. They are out there in their Jamaican shirt, and you know, you have I think quite a few people may be at the Grand Gala now. The Prime Minister say that this is one of the greatest things to be treasured. Willie, you're not a Jamaican?
I am not a Jamaican citizen.
He's not a Jamaican.
I renounce after being in the school of the Maroons and the Moors. I've learned that the citizenship is bullshit because it's a slavery paper that they use to control us, and we should liberate ourselves from under. Hold on. Yeah, we should liberate ourselves from that. You understand? And that's why I also have to big up the Emperor L.A. Lewis, who is the man trying to champion the cause and let people know that.
As you talk about L.A. Lewis, we have the son, another king on the line right here. Wagwan, Sultan, everything all right?
Peace, Kellam.
Yeah, you're celebrating 60 and are calling all the patriotic Jamaicans. Are you a subject of Jamaica that you're celebrating 60? I want to ask you. Let me stop the music.
Listen, I just had a conversation.
Yeah.
I just had a conversation with some people about 25 minutes ago, and I was explaining to them why they keep perpetuating that inconsistent. There's no truth there.
That you're a Jamaican citizen. It's 60 years. Willie just said a while ago, you know, he's aware of it. But, you know, to see, because your father was there when they were bringing in the 62 thing too, right? You can remember clearly that he was there, that he played a role in this fraudulent activity that is
well, you see, not necessarily played a role in it. He was promoting scam music. And ska music was set the precedent before. Because remember, ska is older than Jamaica. The ska is 60 plus years, you know.
Yeah, ska is 284 years. 284
okay.
On the record.
Okay. So he was like one of the big proponents of getting a national song as opposed to the rhythm and blues type thing. And my father was always anti the whole system, and that's why he has never gotten his respect.
Yes.
And I mean to tell you, if there's any hero in the Jamaican music as culture as far as coming after Mr. Randy Williams and Miss Lou and Marcus Garvey, it has to be Prince Buster for what he has done socially, economically, and politically. Gave Jamaica a sound, but there was no sound.
Hold that thought, because now that you're talking about heights of great man, Willie, you just mentioned the Emperor a while ago and his office doing great work. I think the last time we checked is 27 bodies that has been recovered by the Emperor over 2 weeks. Have you been following the story?
You know, it's a while ago I saw it on one of my Facebook feed because I follow him closely at times. I have not been in tune with him from the last couple of days because I was on vacation. But
have you heard? You've seen the Emperor recovering bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies.
I saw something about they discovered some bodies or some skulls. Yeah, I saw it, but like I say, it was on my page. I didn't open it.
So my question now, seeing that the Emperor is discovering these bodies, and people are saying that the Emperor was not true to his calling. What do you have to say to the critics, them, Sultan?
Me that?
We are not living in a time of the Aquarian age. Okay, we just left the Pisces and we're going to Aquarian. And all things that are truth will be exposed. All lies going to be demystified and all lies going to be challenged. Because we live in a geometrical level playing field, and we are in that time now. I always say this naked truth chasing a well just like.
Yeah, I like how you put it. But Willie, can you dissect it more better? Would you say the bad mind, like all of them try to throw the Emperor out of the funeral procession and things there? This is really showing that the Emperor is tangible. Because I think even one time you yourself had a bit of doubt in your mind about the clarity of where the Emperor was going.
Not necessarily about the clarity of the Emperor. When I saw the Emperor start talking about L and Bay I see that sign of growth and development.
Yes.
Because you got to start somewhere. The first mile begin with the first step and everything. And he's been traveling. Everybody's on a growth and development. Because like I told you, I had my wake-up call when I was 7 years old. When I was at primary school, trying to join the Cub Scout, and my father forbid me.
Yeah,
that was about 1966.
Hold on, Sultan. You know? Sultan, let me hear what Willie want to clarify.
Something to you guys, and I want you to understand certain things.
Yes.
All right. The Emperor are not supposed to take that incident in any way personal, because it is a practice that we have. Because I used to, as you know, I used to bury gunmen, all kind of people. Me used to have a minister over their body, politician, you name them. Me used to have to conduct those funerals.
Yes,
and one of the things we ask them is that the family, the immediate family, is supposed to sit at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Then the relatives, the second, not front desk, front chair, and the other, and you know, you do it in that order, go down, then friends and all of that. So when the Emperor presents himself at the front and they ask him to remove him, just because he not understands it, it's not personal.
Hold on. Willie. This is what we keep telling the commoners, you know. This is what we keep saying to the commoners, that if we are not commoners in this time, and the Emperor should have been, you see the pulpit sitting of your politician friends, them, if I may put it in that context, it is not a good look. Hold on. I think.
God, just let me finish the thought, and I'm gonna allow you, please.
Yeah.
The Emperor now, what they should have done, as a dignitary, they should have let him sit on the platform with the other dignitaries, not down with the family. He was supposed to be on the platform and as a dignitary and a diplomat. You understand?
All right, hold that thought. As I said a while ago, what took place was the compassionate part of the Emperor, because if you notice, when Bobsy saw that this love for the Emperor with the church a shout out Emperor, it bring a sort of revolution in the church, and that's how the revolution start from, you know, we cannot deny it. And with as far as sitting beside the mother, I think that was superb to show that this is not just about a politician entering a church. It was about a woman who lost her blood relatives, her blood connection, her children. So I think it can't be denied that the Emperor score big time over the government. Big time over the government.
Naturally, because he has been there, he has been the more the forthright one, and the politicians just using the occasion for profiling. Yes. Right? That is what these bitches do all the time. They use these public events as a profiling event. But if anybody had deserved to be on the rostrum, the higher seat, it was the Emperor.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It was not anybody else, because this man has been in the trenches with these people from the very get-go. He has been offering them compassion, etc. And that's why I say to you that, and that's so that even that's why he deserves to be. He deserves to be way up on the high seat, because the other people, them just profiling them, forget where you know.
Hold that thought, because as I said a while ago, you know, the Emperor is up right now. I think Michelle just joined the room. Big up to Michelle. You know, from the other day, Michelle been spitting fire when it comes on to the Emperor, and I don't know if Michelle still spitting fire about the Emperor. A lot of people out there, even see Mr. Vegas went after Emperor, and now he's going after Andre. Why you believe that the Emperor is a joke thing? Why you believe that people want to see what to take the Emperor serious? What more them want to see? He might find the dead people them now. He is also...
Who is that directed towards me or who? You say Michelle, but I don't see me.
Michelle, I'm going to bring her in a while. But I want to bring it to Sultan Ali. What else you think they want to see from the Emperor, Sultan?
Well, you know, the saying goes, the old adage that a good man is not respected among his own. You came to your people, but your people receive you not. All the great men that I admire, they have always been maligned, ridiculed,
Yes.
spoken to laugh, and acceptance goes in 3 phases. First is resentment, then, first ridicule, then resentment.
We are bringing it back.
We're bringing it back.
So these things always happen.
Hold on, Michelle. Hold on.
You know it's been a while.
Hold on. Sultan is finishing up his reasoning. Sultan, you were saying.
So I mean, he's walking the ranks of a lot of the great men. Look at the great Marcus Garvey. I mean, come on, it's been happening. It's gonna keep on happening till our people wake up from our degradation of mental side and the miseducation of our mindset and the conditioning to hate self. And once you hate self, you cannot love me. Everything begins with self. And the most I reside with himself. So until we have scourged yourself from all them brainwashing that we have been getting through the school system up to PhD level and everything.
Hold on.
They don't know who they are.
All right, hold on. Let me bring in one of because everybody is student nowadays, and Miss Michelle, she's in a lot of classroom taking a lot of courses. Michelle,
yeah, but the real classroom is the universe. Hold on,
Sultan Ali. I have to deal with Michelle for a level. Michelle, welcome to our classroom again because it has been a while.
It's been a while. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, Michelle, you've been going to classroom after classroom, but now you're back in our classroom. Have you learned anything different from the other classrooms out there?
Listen.
Will it?
Hello?
That's why.
Sit out.
Talk up.
Easy in myself lately. Me just sit back and just ease himself.
Yeah, but Michelle, on a serious note, what you see unfold, today we're celebrating, today the Jamaican, them a celebrate 60 years, and them say that a be a celebration a go on, them a wear them colors, them a push the country set forth, but have we moved, what you say different, anything different than what we not say for a long time?
No, well, I'm going to go with that, because there's no independence, so that is not...
All right. See, this is a conscious data now.
Well,
you see, a lot of people still under the brainwash from school.
Sultan, make you finish, Sultan, and then you can
go ahead.
That's our now say right now. No, me not depend no celebration because we don't have no independence. So you know.
Methodology.
All what out there celebrate and carry on. Them are they're miseducated. So.
All right.
You know.
Mute your phone, Ali. Mute your phone. So Michelle, you know in the celebration thing, but let me bring it up to scratch. We're not celebrate, but you see one revolution that take place right now. You see one revolution that take place right now. The last time we talked about the emperor, Michelle, you did peace. You say Gadites meaning I rubbish really. Michelle, talk to the class today, Michelle. I want to hear your confession from the class where you see taking place. Is the emperor still a fraud? I want you to answer these questions.
Listen, I'm quite sure you go on his live and I go on his live and I say what I gotta say on his live and that's just it.
No, but when
the emperor our L.A. Lewis need to get his mind together and stop with the bullshit talking when
so hold on. If the emperor, what about Andre? Does he need to get his mind together too?
Listen, at one point when Andre did first come out, I usually like listening on him. But I am Andre. Let me tell you something. Everybody have an something.
Everybody have a bottom, you know.
Yes, everybody have them and them have a reason why them do certain.
No, but what I want to say is, but when you look around you, all three of you may ask this question. At this appropriate time, who is holding a national momentum right now? Who is doing that?
Nobody can even come close to LA. Nobody can come close. That the man they anointed, called by the Most High at a time like this. And I'm not being hypocritical. The man is called at such a time as this because that man is Me don't know where him get him heart from. The man have a compassionate side, and him have a lion side where that the man they can't do anything. Because me would have, honestly, me probably would have paid for walking off his shoes or even in a company. Because when we see that and the man he not no fear. He not have no fear. You understand me? And
what kind of fear
need to lead.
Wow.
Yeah? So you want to see our next man replace
Willie, you know, so they sound like a Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X or Mutumbe or Shaka Zulu you talk about. Yeah, hold on, Michelle, hold on. Michelle, you miss a couple classes, you know. Willie was at class for quite a while. But what I'm saying now, Sultan Ali, you are an elder. You are the son of Prince Buster. You know what revolutionaries look like and how it should be. Tell me, you're seeing Andre Stevenson, Mr. Vegas. You're seeing all sort of people on the battlefield right now. Who is that guiding star right now?
Listen, I always say we're teaching this time dictates an agenda. It isn't beyond a personality right now because the universe is cleansing herself. The universe is making some revelatory remarks right now. And if we're totally tuned, we can see that. And the cream always rises to the top. L.A. Lewis is doing what he's supposed to be doing and everything. And I have seen his growth and his development when he start calling himself El Bay and everything. And you got to start somewhere. But there's growth and development. And I'm not knocking him. He's on his path. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. But some people doing it for a cloud chase. Listen, the Babylon game is over, you know. The mystification is over. The brainwashing is over for the people who want to step up now.
Listen,
it's that time. It's awakening time, and we've been lied to all our life. We've been in a fiction, Admiralty Maritime Law. The name is not your name. You're considered to be owned by the Pope under the Papal Bull, Una Sanctum, Doctrine of Discovery. So we've been lied to all our life from 1213. Pope, the King John from England sold everything over to the Pope.
No, but Sultan, we know all of that. We just want, and Michelle has gotten her test papers, and you have gotten your test papers. On the test papers, you have people like Mr. Vegas looking at A+. You have even Kevin Smith is popping up back right now. The Emperor has found him.
Why the hell Kevin Smith pop up back now? That is some bipolar.
All on, please, Michelle.
That is something that needs some more questions, some more speaking.
Michelle, all on because
kicked me off of the spin on the last time.
And the classroom principal. No, but the classroom, if the teacher have documents that the student don't have, no come and question the teacher like you have the documents. Them, you're going to say that. Yes.
Let me say something to you. Yeah. Everybody thinks like their own opinion, which opinions is like
facts. We're dealing with truth and right, not just opinion. Okay. Truth and right.
My observation of LA.
Yes.
Louis, is that he sound bipolar to me.
He what?
Them sound bipolar to me.
Oh, but what would you say about Stevens, Andre? If Kevin is bipolar, what would you say about Andre Stevens?
Who's Kevin?
Both Kevin Smith and Andre Stevens. What would you say about them, seeing that you're categorizing people?
Hold on right now. Andre Stevens is the one where him feed the poor people them and carry on, right?
No, he's the one who he usually be in bed with the prime minister and the prime minister kick him out.
Yeah, we know all of that. But
yeah.
Kevin Smith now.
Yeah, the cult leader who baptized the prime minister.
But listen, Raskada.
Yes.
When the first happened with Kevin Smith, you was one of the one them. You see me now. Me can't take hypocrisy, you know. Me think all of this is some hypocrisy thing we are going there, right? You were one of the one when Kevin Smith, when everything happened on your station, because I used to come on regularly on the station, Ross. And you were the one that you lick out sound against this man and get this, that. And
so what am I doing now?
But your same L.A. Lewis is the one that is bringing up this man. And
Yeah, but Michelle, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall tell. Michelle, listen me. As I said to you, you know, we are talking about at this appropriate time the light of the nation, and we are seeing. The reason why I asked you this question is because with all the fire that you blew the last time about the emperor, he has found over 27 bodies. The last time we checked, the corporation of. What was that again?
Me see Rascalite.
No, no. Are you denying that the emperor is finding bodies? Are you denying that?
Find how much damn body because.
All right, so hold on. Hold on, Michelle, because the heartlessness of how you're coming across. These are relatives to people, you know. These are sons and daughters of the Maroon Nation that has been murdered. And
he's not really
hold on. You see, no.
It's straight and
Michelle,
that's it. I
Michelle,
say what I say, and I mean what I say. Let me just finish real quick.
Yeah.
All these bodies where L.A. Lewis are claiming my find, it's just the fact that, let me tell you something. The graveyard is not being attended to. There's no caretaker on the grounds, that you can see. There's no caretaker, and all them body that way my find are probably just body with surface from already buried.
Well, Michelle, all right, you said your point. What I'm getting across, my listeners and my other guests, them Willie and the Sultan, is that, you know, Michelle assumption as to what she thinks take place is something I just talked to them. Hold on, no, it's an assumption because have you spoken to any of the relative them?
Listen.
No, I asked you a question. Have you spoken to any of the relatives who have lost their loved one?
A thing of carelessness.
No, but I asked you a question, Michelle. You go. No, hello. Michelle, don't do this. Don't act this on the station. Don't talk over me, and I won't talk over you. I'm going to get a point. I'm asking you a question. Is a yes or no question, and we can move on. The question is. The question is. What is it?
I'll tell you why. Or tell you no and tell you why I say no.
Alright, but hold on. I don't have the Q&A thing line up with you, rebuttal everything I said. We are talking about something that is happening in Nyankopong, aka the place they call Jamaica, and they're celebrating 60 years. The Corporation of Jamaica is celebrating 60 years. We are looking at our people, diversity, how they're rising to the occasions, and we're looking at the people who are rising to that occasion. We see some stars. The Sultan has just said a while ago that he is in favor. Willie as standing said yes, he's with it. Michelle, we respect your opinion as to you not with that light that we see. Today we see where a next thing is evolving. The fish, Willie and Sultan and Michelle, is poisoned again by the Bauxite Company. And people are gonna lose life. Means a crap all get destroyed and them something there. We think we should do them Bauxite Company or Willie? We should get them out of the country or what?
The Bauxite Company them?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to do something about it.
The one them where exploit the Bauxite?
No, them poison the river again, the Royal Kobe River poison again from Bagwak go straight down.
Yeah, you talk about Jamaican and foreign companies.
Jamaica.
Windelco is an overseas company that is bauxiting in Jamaica, in Nyankopong. Now, this is the third time that they have thrown caustic soda inside of the Royal Kobe River and it killed all of the fish them.
Oh my gosh. And everybody is supposed to sit their ass down and just say, and sing lullaby because everything is all good. It's all good. You're messing up the country. You're right now we're looking in the face of a problem of shortage in many things, and we are going to have to return to those natural God-given stuff. And you have people there destroying it, and we were supposed to sing them a lullaby. Man, let me tell you something, man. All them, you get me angry and infuriated when I listen to this. Because you cannot have people coming in your damn country
Hold on.
and afraid
Yeah, but hold on. Willie, this is exactly why. Michelle, you're aware of this situation. This is not the first or the second time. And the only thing happening is the Corporation of Jamaica get him a pat on the shoulder and say, mistakes happen every day. If the people don't stand up, what do you think is going to happen? Fishes are dead. The people who sell fish can't sell no fish. The river will feed the farming can't go in at the farm because it kill the plant. Then what do you think should be done?
Well, this is where it goes back to the people. But what I'm trying to say to you, Rascalites, is my thing is that L.A. Lewis is going about it the wrong way.
I am not Michelle. I have left.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, but no. I am not beating on that issue. I'm talking about Windelco, a foreign company who has polluted our waterways, Michelle. This has nothing.
Well, it goes back to the
no, Michelle. But Michelle, this is not the emperor has nothing to do with that.
Okay, I am not talking about emperor and I. You just cut me off for emperor.
But you're bringing it to the emperor again.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying, you're asking what you think should be done. Obviously, there has to be that the people them have to uprise against the government to let the government start operating the proper way. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because what else you gonna do? What else can the people them do? But either you get some education in understanding and know what is happening in your country, and you do an uprising in which you say you go take it to the government, and the government have to change what is going on in the country. Okay?
So you're saying that no, the Corporation of Jamaica, who was given the licensing opportunity to this foreign entity that has poisoned our waterway, it is the people's responsibility now to hold the government of the corporation who's in bed with that corporation who do the damage accountable?
Okay, so let me ask you something. What would your position be in it then? What you think should be done? Tell me what you think should be done.
Hold that thought. I have 9 more minutes. I'll bring over Prince Buster, Sultan Ali. He has been through the struggle when the gas price raised. He's been through and hearing all of this. Sultan Ali, it is the people to stand up now and work with this government that has been turning a blind eye to them. What's your stand from this point of view? Because this is not the first or the second time they're doing it.
You never hear me say work with, you know. It's not the point of working with.
Listen, it's basically.
Sorry.
They say that again. The people has been under a brainwashing. The people are not who they are. They have lost their power. They become subjects.
Exactly.
They don't own themselves. And the cognition is not there. Plus, the little business from the politician being is co-opted. Until the people wake up and rise up, like Marcus Garvey said, up ye mighty race, you can accomplish what you will.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah,
when they become enlightened and see that all the miseducation from all the schools and everything, that's what caused him to be such a docile slave, to go along with the game. You have no standing, you have no saying. We dictate to you, you carry our orders. Once you understand, Jamaica is a corporation, it's not a country and everything.
Okay.
And they've been sold into bondage. First you gotta unlearn, because they think they have because they got a master's with a PhD. But the master's degree and PhD just tell you how programmed they are.
No, hold on. We have 7 more minutes, and you just said a while ago, those who have their master's degree or the one who are delusional.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pose a question now. What have you mastered? The name you wear is not your name. So in law, in Latin, we call it impropria persona. Correct?
Yes.
You're not in the proper state. So it's not an illusion. It's like Dorothy in the land of Oz. Remember the land of Oz, you know, it's when Dorothy woke up, the game was over. You know? Remember she was going on the yellow brick road with the lion and the straw man and the tin man until the dog said and barked and showed the game that the man was behind the door. The wizard, and when she opened the door, the wizard became a little boy. Oh, please, don't hurt me. When you wake up, the fight is over. That's what God said, up ye mighty race. They put to sleep and a thing called necromancy.
Yes.
When I was in grade 4 primary school, they taught me about uppercase and capital and common letters. And I can remember my second grade teacher, Miss Anderson, every light-skinned woman. She was teaching me how to do what we call drawing up. Well, drawing up was really cursive writing. You recall that?
But hold that thought, Sultan Ali.
And cursed writing became a curse.
Sultan,
they did on the necromancy from day one.
Sultan, as I said before, I just wanted to run a small survey, and it's comfort people, as you've heard. You know, we have some shining light among us. We're going to continue. I only could do this for an hour because I haven't seen what's going on. I wanted to address the argument with Mr. Lexus going against the Emperor as far as his career.
I didn't know who's Lexus.
Hold on, because I have to wrap it up. And also, I don't know where these artists, because the artists out there now is Lexus and Vegas. They're artists. They're paid to perform like a clown or a prostitute. So, and they have never been there for our people. They have always tried to jeer them. And now we see Andre is falling under the said power because Lexus has put out that he walked down the street naked. We are seeing some of the things that they are saying to our true light givers right now. I am just laughing. But I want to thank each and every one of you. Willie, Monday morning, let's catch up because the youth them go to school next week so I can get to start hammer the program again. And Michelle, I see you've been doing your route around the place. Thank you so much for staying up and safe. And Sultan Ali, thank you for answering. We're not celebrating independence, so I won't mention anything about
we got a question.
Yes.
We got a question, Jen. Listen. When you put things to critical thinking mind, we don't accepting it because you say. We prove all things. Hold that which is right and true and correct. And that's the problem. We've been given all this education, and that's been miseducated because there's some youngsters now, because I remember when I was in grade school, some youngsters like 3 and 4 and 5, they're thinking that Jamaica is independent because they got a big Hullabaloo stadium and they've been socially engineered. So by the time they reach 15, 16, 17, 18, you can't tell them otherwise. Because they've been totally.
It's all indoctrination.
Because they've been indoctrinated on a false platform from day one. So by the time we're 15, 16, they say, no, it's going to be a struggle now. And I'm saying, after 6 years, they're still doing the same foolishness.
Still garbage.
Yeah, because guess what?
You see, that's why the whole system has to be revived. And the ones who are conscious going to step up to the plate and do what we're supposed to do. Because again, universe is not waiting on them. The universe is correcting all ill effects in the universe right now.
Yeah, but as you said a while ago, on a final note, the masters and the people with their degrees right now, the educated buffoons, we have always said that. These are the people that... But
what have they mastered? Like I told you before,
we have clarified that they've been fully indoctrinated, and that is the mastering that they have gotten. I want to say, Michelle, thank you so much. Sultan Ali, thank you so much. And Willie God, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll continue tomorrow, the Maroon meeting. Peace, but of course, I send out a thing. One love to our brothers and sisters, man.
Peace.
My God.
Just make yourself prepare. I'm traveling over borders and frontier. I ain't nature scale.
Just had to squeeze in that hour right there. Phone line is blazing hot. We're gonna come off this one. Thank you so much. Thank you.
There is no time to guys. Some come for story to patch I corrupt for being human create yo. Tell them change them ways. Being you to no hurry up, no come yourself you waste out your days yo. You know see so them are guys. Them come for story to patch I corrupt for being human create yo. Tell them change them ways. Being you to hurry up because I King Selassie. Ethiopia she now stretch out to King Selassie. I no more rocking on the boat. Things are get ready on the western coast. Enough of them are dead, you might think say a joke. Them have the money and still them can't float. I come to separate the sheep from the goat. Looking at the heap to see who about the thought. Give them the chalice and them end up a choke. Can't money earth, them run guns not hope. If I the fire, then who want the smoke? Give the youth the culture cause I eat me and promote. Them must come together, Rastafari and no joke. No take no talk. You must see so them on face. Them come for story talk a corrupt what the big man creator. Tell them open up them eyes. Get a youth no hurry up because I King Selassie man I praise yo. You know see so them on case. Them come for story talk a corrupt what the big youth creator. Selassie open every gate. Big youth no hurry up because me not come here. Be still coming know them gone. Jackie there me plant food and corn. The youths come first so me no left it farm. I till the dead then one make them a stun. Babylon be still alone me make me go on. Up on the hill no dirty walk me not perform. Sure them your journey get redder than warm. The youths stop cut on the slave master land. I do nothing forget the bloody money in our palm. We not and calm. You must say so them guys. Them come for story story to a corrupt what the bingy man create, yo. Tell them change them ways. Bingy youth no hurry up, no come yourself your ways out with days, yo. You know see so them eyes. Them come for story to a corrupt what the bingy man create, yo. Tell them open up them eyes. Bingy youth no hurry up, no come yourself with. Do all the honor, give the youth the betterment. Educate them right, feed them upliftment. I no settlers, no give I no settlement. I run the police, this a bigger judgment. What's the result from your conference? No solution, you confuse you and your friends. Babylon last, come to an end. Babylon the fake, going